Hey there everyone, welcome, and as you can see I'm rearranging in the back there. Ricky Steamboat is just within shot here. I'm bringing him down and put up the ultimate version from the Coliseum collection. And I'm trying to see what's visible. There's messes all around here and here and here and here as I rearrange that shelf back there. But anyway, today I wanted to take a look at, well, really two things. Masters of the Universe, Masterverse Vintage Skeletor, and his trusty steed, Panthor. As a kid, I did not have Battle Cat, I had Panthor. For the longest time, I did find a Battle Cat that did not have his armor in a yard sale. For the longest time, that was my Battle Cat. And it wasn't until, I was in my mid-20s before I finally acquired a Battle Cat. And so, but my Panthor I still have, and I still think it's one of my favorite from Masters of the Universe. A purple kitty. And I dig him. So, the major thing is, this is just like the He-Man for the 40th anniversary He-Man, based on the original toy. Pretty much, you know, you got the Havoc staff, he's got the power sword, which I was always confused as a kid why he had a power sword, and He-Man had a power sword, but in the cartoon that didn't happen. I think there is one episode you see Skeletor use a sword, which is pretty cool. I just noticed Superman's in the shot. Darn. Alright. And that always weirded me out about the cartoon. I never understood it. And it kind of speaks to, you know, in the original story there were two halves of the sword, and Skeletor was always trying to get them together so they could use it to key a Grayskull. And that was in the original books. And then they kiddied it up, I guess. I don't know. But I really do dig this version of Skeletor, even though he's not as different as we all want to think. So, I grabbed off of that shelf New Eternia Skeletor. Now, there are some obvious differences, but there's some obvious similarities. For what I can tell, the bodies are the same, which is typical for Mattel Masterverse, so I'm not going to jump too high on that. It looks like they may have, well, they did touch this up a little bit. Okay. So it's not the exact same mold, I was wrong. The details are different, of course. The heads are obviously different. These are different. Shin guards are different, and of course the feet are very different. Again, going with the vintage versus Masterverse. So yeah, I mean, okay. Different enough, but I mean, you know, I'd still say if you have the New Eternia, don't worry about the vintage. If you got the vintage, don't worry about the New Eternia. I think it's that simple. And, of course, I really like Skeletor. I have a new Skeletor collection, if you will. And I find him to be a fun character. I like him somewhere between the evil, diabolical wizard and the silly boob we see on the cartoon. Sometimes the silliness works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. But oftentimes I feel really good about it. I think it's well worth the time to watch and invest in. And what can I say about Skeletor? I dig Skeletor. He's an awesome character. He's an awesome bad guy. I mean, some people would say, oh, he's just a mustache twirling bad guy. Kinda, but you know, he wants power. I mean, and that's one thing I appreciate about Skeletor. There's no nuance to him about, oh, he's so tragic. He's a bad guy. And yeah, they try to put a tragic start on him. And I'm just like, no, he's a bad guy. He's always going to be a bad guy. They're just bad people, and Skeletor's one of them. So don't come at me with Keldor. No. I don't want to hear no Keldor. Okay. But to be a powerful evil wizard thing, you need your ride, to which we have Panthor. At first I thought this was a straight up repaint of Battle Cat until I got it out of the box, and of course there's this, and I went and checked. No, this wasn't on Battle Cat, but you close his mouth and the jaw, the teeth retract, but you open it and the teeth fall out. That's a pretty good different. That's pretty cool. I like it. I also like that, man, the eyes are looking really good on him. Let me get him up close here. I mean, you know, it's kind of a similar effect to Merman. You know, the eyes you can look through. You know, it's that kind of thing. And I liked some of the subtlety in the armor. I mean, at first it looks like it's all one color, and then you get to looking at it, it's like, oh no, there's some color in this. I love the sheen of the fur or the skin. Again, I thought this was going to be a straight up repaint. I even noticed that the feet are different on this one. I think there is some reuse though. Most notably, I think the legs and the torso, or at least partially reuse. And I can't fault them for that, because I mean, they're big cats. I mean, you know, it's like humans, there are certain shapes to them, and a quick way to avoid too heavy of a cost is to recycle that mold, man. You know, and yeah, so without further ado, let me do a little comparison to Battle Cat here. Boy, Battle Cat. Okay, Panthor does have a thing for his a helmet for his head. I just don't like it. It doesn't stay on very well either, so in that it's kind of bleh. Yeah. There's some very subtle blackness around here. It could be a darker purple too. It blends in really well. I like it. But yeah, you can kind of see how the arms are reused here, and let me see. The neck looks different as well. Okay. But yeah, the tail is definitely the same. But I mean, there's no doubt. Here, let me remove He-Man from this. And there you can see, even though there's a little forced perspective on this because one's further away, but yeah, you can pretty well see that the tail is the same. But I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, why make a new tail? I can kind of see an argument there. I mean, if you're told you gotta, Jesus, my messes are everywhere. Jesus. I can see if you know, you're told, okay, you got to cut something. Okay, tail. We're going to use the same tail. That makes the most sense, and the most reasoning to me anyway. But you know, these guys with their rides now. And I mean, He-Man doesn't fit very well on the Battle Cat, but damn it, that's okay. Skeletor fits a little better, so there's that. I like Skeletor a lot. I like this combo a lot. I think they should have sold this as a box set, but for whatever reason they didn't, and that's fine. I just noticed they're snuggling. That's the way my cats do, and they like do that, and then one of them goes, "Grrr." Why are you snuggling me? I always liked Masters Universe for this reason alone. They wrote cats in the battle. I love cats. I really love cats. So to me, that was a very significant thing. And I can remember playing with my cats with Panthor, and my cat just looking at me like, "You're freaking nuts, man," and me trying to put He-Man on my cat, saying, "Charge, kitty," and the kitty be like, "No, no," and knocking He-Man off of her back. I also have the original black cat that came with the Tarzan set. That's just a cool thing to have. It also came with, I believe it was Big Jim as a tiger. Yeah, that mold was used many times over, but you know, with Panthor, I think it found its iconic status. So yeah, I gotta say, I really dig both these guys, and you know, they're pretty iconic in their own right. I mean, I keep saying I'm done with Masters of the Universe, and then there's like one more thing that attracts me, and one more thing that attracts me. So that's okay though. It's going to take a lot for me to buy another. I'm not going to buy. I know I'm not going to buy any more vehicles or any more of the animals or anything like that. That's a done deal. But I'm not going to say you can't con me into buying something. I mean, what it is, I don't know. I know I just saw that Masterverse Ninja, and I was just like, no. But then I did find the Origins Ninja on sale. Never had one as a kid. Bought it just for fun because ninja. Gotta have a ninja. Because it was the 80s. But you know, that's my limit. I mean, you know, you can tempt me with some sales, but you know, really, as far as the main guys I really want in my collection, I think I'm there. I can't think of anything else I would want to have. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That just means, you know, I'm winding down. I'm not one of those guys that needs everything. I don't understand that, and I'm not trying to knock it when I say that. I'm just saying I don't understand the mentality of wanting everything. Because I want what I want, and that's it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But you know what? To each your own, and that's fine. I'm just trying to say, understand where I'm coming from is that, yeah, I have favorites, but that doesn't mean I get everything. Okay, I think I will wrap this up now because I think I've talked about Masters of the Universe enough today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun YouTube stuff, and you guys take care.